Hi, my name is Melvin Smith. I'm the head boys basketball coach at Bishop Dunn Catholic School, and this is my interview.
What motivates you every day, both personally and professionally?
What motivates me, I would say, just my family. So coming from a family where my father and my mother, I've seen them wake up early. I've seen them make sacrifices not only for me, but for their family, for their friends. So seeing that kind of motivation just through others and their actions. The next thing would be for the people around me. So I have 5, now 6. She just was born, Hayden. 6 nephews and 1 niece. So technically, it's really a kind of just a setting the example, being a leader that way. I also have been coaching for a while, so I wake up every day saying somebody's looking at me, somebody's watching me. So I want to make sure I can motivate them, and that is in itself a motivation for me. So it's a pretty good motivational circle, if you want to say.
Why basketball? What has the game of basketball meant to you throughout your life?
Basketball for me first started when it came to me just playing in a regular little league with my father, and he was my coach. But I wasn't that very good. So it basically took some time for me to really grow up and figure out that if I want to do this, it can't be for dad, I can't be for mom, it has to be something I want to do. And really just basketball kind of opened doors for me to become a better person and learn like the ins and outs of relationships and kind of how much do I really want to be great? Because with basketball, I saw that I had opportunity to not only impact just myself, but others too. So I'd say basketball really, all my life, showed me great things.
Who has had the biggest impact on the person and coach you are today, and why?
I say the best impact as a coach I am today is my father. So he was my coach in middle school, he was my coach in high school, but the biggest thing that he also showed me as a coach was him as a police officer. You can impact anybody, whether they come from a rich environment, a poor environment, a middle class environment, it doesn't matter. Every person deserves to have a mentor or a coach in their life in some fashion or way because it benefits them greatly. And so I'd say he also has shown me that as a coach, I can do that with whether it's me suiting up and being professional every day, or whether it's me showing that I care about something with 100%. So I'd say my father has been the biggest impact for me.
What is one area you are still working on to improve as a coach and a leader?
One of the areas I would like to improve on more would be, I guess you could say, just trusting my leadership, trusting the things that I've been doing all of my life and I've kind of seen forever. So I come from a very strong foundation of faith, leadership, and just kind of connectivity with not just only the community, but I guess you could say with family. So I need to just trust everything I've been taught throughout my life. I guess I could build up the confidence more to just lean on not just my understanding, but the understanding that God has given me, and just kind of really just trust that the process will work itself out. But you got to really realize that and have that self-ownership too. So I'd say those 2 things.
How do you respond when things do not go your way or you experience failure?
One of the biggest things when things don't go my way, I try to evaluate the situation. I try to find out every, not just problem, but everything that might be a problem or something that might be chaotic. I try to find ways to either break it down and kind of simplify it so I can see like, hey, this is not that bad, but we got to break it down first. Or B, I try to take a step back. Sometimes the biggest thing I can do is step away for a second, then come back to it. Kind of learned that from video games. When I used to get to a difficult level, when I used to get to a level that was kind of harder, I would be like, dang, this sucks. I'd take a week off, I wouldn't play it, and I'd go play the game, and then I would figure it out. So it's really just learning through, I guess you could say, trial and error of just take a step back, reset, and you would probably get it done. And if you don't, just keep trying, because failure is not a bad thing. Kind of learning that failure is how you grow. So those are really kind of the best ways I kind of see failure in the perspective I see when it comes to just not getting the results I want sometimes.
What do you want your players to remember about you in this basketball program years from now?
The biggest thing I want them to remember is that this is something that's not part-time. It's something that's for life. You're a Falcon for life. You're a Bishop Dunn basketball player for life. It's a brotherhood. It's something that I want 10 years from now, I want to be seeing, college pictures, but I also want to see if you're getting married, or if you're getting, to that next level of life where you're buying your own apartment. Hey, coach, I just accomplished this. This is something that I want them to remember of a family, oriented, a brotherhood. It's just something that they can always look back to and fall back on. If life comes and hits them a certain way, they know they can always hit up coach, or they can hit up any of the coaches in the program and say, hey, I know I can count on them to be there for me.